In Hugo de Garis's book, he talked about this concept of kind of a cyborg where, the human would, use kind of that AI potential agent that would work alongside of it. And we're obviously seeing developments from Neuralink, which is probably the closest thing we've seen tech-wise to that concept. We've seen some successes with Neuralink. I think one of their first patients was just talking to Joe Rogan. It was really interesting to hear from the person who had it in their brain what he was able to do. And it was quite fascinating where he was saying that he would just think about moving an appendage and then he would just actually think about something and it would be coming on the screen. And even he thought that in the future he would think about a letter and it would come up. And again, very interesting to see that practical evidence of that as opposed to theoretical. Now, as I remember correctly, Hugo de Garis said it was a very false assumption to think you can become a hybrid because it was only a matter of time before the AI would just take over your useless body and then take the wheel from there. I'm curious what you think about Neuralink. Do you see that as a potential solution to our demise? Is it a distraction, or does it have a possibility of us rerouting this technology?
So right now it's amazing technology. I love it. I support it, helping disabled. We can cure quadriplegics, maybe blind people, so on. This is incredible. I'm so happy he's doing it. Long term, if you switch from where you have this human with an assistive tool, you have this human with a superintelligence system attached to it, it's not obvious what a human is contributing. So if you're not contributing much, either explicitly or implicitly, you are removed from being part of that system. You are not in control, you are not making decisions. If you're consuming too much energy, you're slowing down thinking process with your interactions, you may be completely removed from it. So I don't see it as a long-term solution where we can be side by side because, again, what is it you adding to this equation? If there is something special about humans, maybe in terms of quality, again, only a human can experience internal states, then it adds something to it. A von Neumann machine incapable of such understanding would benefit from having a human as part of it. But if it's not the case, if we can simulate fully everything brain produces in terms of a mind, then it's not obvious what human is doing there. And actually, the negative part is now machines have direct access to your brain in terms of guessing those internal states of fears and suffering. That could be actually a very bad outcome.
I think Hugo de Garis came to the same conclusion, that it was only a matter of time before they realized the human brings nothing to the party. And so why are you there? You're just a drain on that hybrid organism. If you could get 8 billion people right now to listen to what you had to say to change the course of this super intelligent development, like what would you tell them, or what actions would you ask them to do?
Well, it's a personal self-interest issue. I think all of us want to be around, want to be happy, want to be wealthy. We can get almost everything with just narrow systems. Concentrate on solving real problems. Let's solve aging. Let's help all the disabled. So health, wealth, we'll get abundance, we'll get free labor, physical, cognitive. Let's figure out what to do with all this free time. Life could be very good. We don't have to create our own replacements.
Concentrated our efforts, we actually could do this.
If you got 8 billion people to come together and agree on anything, yes. I'm not sure what's more impossible.
You could at least slow it down as well, which maybe is worth doing.
Well, having more time to think about it and do research is wonderful. Again, I don't know what Ilya is specifically planning, but I'm sure the more time he has to do it, the better the outcome would be for his company.
Does what we've done with nuclear technology, is that something we should be optimistic about? Because we took something that, 80 years ago could kill hundreds of thousands of people at a blink of an eye. And today, I don't know how many nations, 10 or 12 nations only have that power. And it hasn't really yet been used on mass scale. That's pretty impressive. Should that inspire us to know that we could all do this again with superintelligence?
Both inspire and scare us. We know a few times we got very lucky, where someone just disobeyed orders and avoided nuclear war. We also know that we had non-proliferation treaty, and now new countries have nuclear weapons. So in some ways, we failed completely. In other ways, we're still here, and that's a win.
Also, you could argue that technology still complex and the resources are scarce, and it's not like you can take a laptop and get a copy of some GPT and let it evolve. It actually has some barriers to entry where you might argue that superintelligence doesn't. Would you agree with that?
Right now, it's still a huge project, Manhattan level scale project where I probably need a nation state to do it today. We're talking about trillions of dollars. But this technology is getting cheaper exponentially. Maybe next year it will be 100 billion, then 100 million. Eventually you can do it with access to some university compute or even a laptop.
Superintelligence that you're referring to.
That's training very capable models, training something AGI, which is automated science and engineering, which will allow you to do research to develop next generation of those systems, leading to AGI++ all the way to superintelligence.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.